Oh yeah, listen to that. Listen to that beer. How good does that sound? It's Dirty Mike, and I'm back for episode 104. I honestly had such a great time this weekend. Like I'd been saying the last few weeks, I had some breweries lined up. This week was 3 Iron Brewing out in Colton, off of Cooley and Mount Vernon. It was such a freaking fun time. Thank you again to them for letting me go over there and be able to just, hang out with them, drink a bunch of their beer and, hear their story about how it all started. And I'm going to be cutting to the interview in just a few minutes. But before I do, there was a beer that I did get to have there, but I didn't get to have on the show. So this one is from 3 Iron Brewing. It's called the Albatross Double IPA, coming in at 9%. 90 IBUs, so it you would think with coming in at 90 IBUs it'd be pretty bitter, but it is so smooth. Every beer I had there was just delicious, and honestly, I'm just super thankful that they let me go down there and hang out with them, shoot the shit, got to hang out with Cole, who is one of the managers there at the brewery, and then Richard, or they call him Rick, who is the co-owner and brewer for the brewery. He was they were both so cool and so hospitable, super gracious, and really just down to earth. Small business owner that just freaking you want to hang out with him and smash 10, 12 beers with him at the brewery, and then probably walk home because they know we don't condone drunk driving on this podcast. But it was just, like I said, it was just a blast hanging out with them. I think I said thank you to them probably like 10 times during the interview. And yeah, like I said, that'll be coming up shortly. But before I do, like we always do, crack a brewski, give it a reviewski. I'm going to be drinking this Albatross. Here, I'm going to get in here for the real thing. For being 9%, it's really smooth. It's light too. It's not heavy, anything like that. It's so good. And for this one too, I think I gave all their beers that I drank, even when I was at the brewery, and I'm not just blowing smoke up anybody's ass. They have every beer that I had there yesterday, whether it was the pomegranate, the dark chocolate porter, the golden coffee stout, the pomegranate wheat ale, the pineapple wedge. So good. And everything that they had in the brewery, just to paint a picture, and I will be posting a reel later on this week. It is like all golf oriented. They have like some stuff from Bobby Jones over there. They have an N64 hooked up to the TV, a bunch of golf memorabilia. It's so cool. So if you're in that area, and I say it on during the interview too, if you're in that area, get on down there. They're super hospitable. They're everybody's really cool. They treat everybody like family. Like I said, get on down there. But before I do get in the interview, I wanted to talk about the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship. The NFC was earlier today with the Eagles and the Niners. And, I'm not a Niner fan. Don't like the Niners at all. But you got to feel for them. Not only did you lose with Trey Lance early on in the year, then you lose Jimmy G, and then you lose Brock Purdy in the first half of the NFC Championship. And then you go with Josh Johnson, who's a journeyman, been in the league for 14 years. But still, it's not the same. I feel like, there's a team to feel bad for. It's probably them in the NFC. But the Eagles, man, they did what they had to do. Reddick? I almost said Theo Reddick. But Reddick for the Eagles, I want to say, Jalen Hurts only had 100, maybe 20, 30 yards, 120 or 130 yards passing. I don't know. I felt like they did what they came out to do or set out to do with the trying to stop the run for the Niners. So their defense was just all over the place. Reddick caused I think a turnover. I think he had 2 sacks and maybe a turnover. Almost forced another one. What can you say though? Sirianni, he's just a really good coach. That team is uber talent. There's so much talent on that team. So kudos to the Eagles for that. Moving on to the second game, the AFC Championship. I'll say, excuse me, congratulations to the Chiefs. But I'm not saying that the refs might have bagged a game there, but the refs might have took them. Might have taken the Bengals there. I felt like there were so many calls against the Bengals, and then there were like calls where I felt like even I believe in the fourth quarter there was a play where Joe Burrow gets thrown down, and there's no call there. And I mean, where if it was any other team, or if it was Mahomes getting thrown down or something like that, there would have probably been a personal foul. Like I said, nothing against the Chiefs. Shout out to Clinton, who's in Overland Park, who's a big Chiefs fan. So kudos and congrats to you, Clinton, for your team getting there. But I really felt like the Bengals had the better team overall. But, sometimes it's a coin toss. Like, I mean, it's whoever makes the most mistakes. The Chiefs didn't, I think they turned the ball over. Well, they may have turned the ball over twice, too, now that I'm thinking about it. I was cooking a bunch, Gunner made ribs. I made some Juicy Lucy's. Made some bacon wrap hot dogs, jalapeno cheddarwurst, queso dip, and all that sort of shit. So I was busy doing all that, but I was trying to catch as much of the games as I could. But like I said, kudos to the Chiefs, kudos to the Eagles. I think that could be, if the Eagles defense plays the way it did today, even though the Niners had, obviously not having Brock Purdy. I mean, it could be the Eagles, but then again, you can never count out Patrick Mahomes. You really can't. He is so damn good. So even with a bad ankle, some of the throws that son of a bitch is making, it's just ridiculous. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm going to save my prediction for next week. I do have Brew Yard coming up next week, so I'm going to be interviewing one of the brewers from Brew Yard, Josh. He'll be on next week, so I'll be over there drinking some of their beers. It should be pretty good. And without any further ado, we're gonna jump right into that interview. I hope you guys enjoy it. Take care, and take the over, motherfuckers. All right, everybody. It's Mike from Taps and Tailgates. I'm here with Cole and Richard from 3 Iron Brewing. I'd been mentioning that we're going to be coming over here and recording. So welcome on the show, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Yeah. You guys really got to come down here and check it out. It's over here in Colton, off of Vernon and
Cooley. Yeah,
Cooley?
Mount Vernon and Cooley.
Cool, Mount Vernon and Cooley. They got a really cool spot over here. Just looking around at all the decor, they got some really great stuff. So you definitely got to come down here and check it out. But yeah, just glad to be able to get the owner Richard and Cole works over here. I kind of want to start out though, Richard. When did you open the brewery?
It was I think 2014. It was 7 years ago, a little over 7 years ago.
Okay, that's awesome. I mean, and what were you doing before that?
I was working for a clinical laboratory. I was taking water samples and stuff.
Okay.
And
nice. And then I think you were telling me before that you were really into home brewing, right?
Yeah. It all started with actually it was just out of a coincidence. A friend of mine, Jared Andrews, he gave me this Mr. Beer kit that someone had given him the year before, and
I
he goes,
remember
"I'm
those.
never going to use it." So he gave it to me, and I didn't even know you could make your own beer.
Yeah.
So the first one the yeast was so old it didn't even work because it was up in his garage.
Oh, it's probably just sitting there for a while.
But after that, I started brewing with that, and I started learning. Man, you can make your own beer.
Yeah. And what was the first kind you made?
Actually, there was one of those kits. They had those little cans, like West Coast something, and it was okay. And then I went from there. Then I got a little bit bigger.
Okay. Nice. And how long did you do that before you decided you wanted to open the brewery?
It was probably a few years.
Okay.
So.
Fine-tuning the recipe?
Yeah, well, we went from there. After that, I said, I'm going to just get a kettle. And I actually found out, there's a beer store that you can go and make your own beer. So.
Yeah, get all the stuff you need.
Yeah, my goal at first was I want to be able to drink for free.
There you go.
So I said, I'll make enough.
Yeah.
Everybody puts in, I drink for free.
Yeah. You open it up and, there you go. And Cole, how long have you been here?
I've been here since year 4 after the 4-year anniversary.
That's awesome. And how do you, I'm sure do you get to hit those taps and have a good time?
I shouldn't, but
yeah.
I do.
Hey, it happens. It happens to the best of us.
I try to be responsible. I mean, with liberties.
Hey, but you got a great boss.
He is. He's our best guy. He's most responsible. That's
awesome. And did you do anything before this? Or were you working at another brewery or anything like that before this?
I'm actually a full-time hydraulic mechanic. So
nice.
This is my after hours, what I do in my spare time.
So this is your, what do they want to, what's the thing, your passion project?
This really is. This brewery really is my passion project.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. And I'm just to be able to, one of the reasons I wanted to do it with you guys is just to be able to hear the story of how it all started, all that sort of stuff. Because, not everybody gets to hear from owners or brewers or stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So be able to get you guys on and do something like this means a lot to me. But I did want to jump into one of your beers because I already tried the pomegranate wheat ale.
Yes.
If you have a chance, come down and try that. That thing is so good. It's a big fat 10 for sure.
Small batch, so if it's gone next week, please don't be upset.
It's all good. It's all good. But let's cheers, guys.
Oh,
Thanks
cheers.
for being on the show.
What'd you grab? I think you grabbed
that.
The
Should be
Eagle.
The pineapple, right?
Yep.
I'll do the sniff check.
There we go. Sniff check.
No, I think he has the Eagle. That's fine.
That's all right. We'll start with then. This the Eagle is what's the percentage on this one?
It's the IPA.
6.7.
Yeah.
6.7. There you go. Can't go wrong with it. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
That's delicious. It's it's light and it's refreshing too.
Was that the Eagle? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
No, this is really, really good. And when you guys are brewing, how much do you brew of each one, or is it because I know you guys have such a great lineup of beers up there, and I'll ramble them off in a little bit.
We can do 2 barrels at a time.
Okay.
So we do most of it's 1 barrel.
Yeah.
If we do 2 barrels, it's always our core stuff that we keep all the time, like the pineapple orange, orange wedge, Eagle, all that stuff, and
we'll always double up on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the heavy hitters that people usually get?
Yeah, that's the ones we keep stocked. And then the other ones, the 1 barrels, that's what we try to do all our experimentals, or like a mulligan and golf.
Yeah.
That's like a do-over. So it's kind of like that, yeah.
That's awesome. And all the ones I've tried so far, they're all so good. And you guys have was it the chocolate porter?
Yes.
Is that the one I tried earlier?
Yeah, the dark chocolate porter.
Dark chocolate, yeah, that one is delicious. I used to, when I was a kid, I always thought Young's double chocolate stout was but then you go to other breweries and you're like, these are way better than you would if you get something from Young's or whatever. But yeah, no, everything so far is so good. And you guys, even just when I see your posts, you guys have is it taco trucks and stuff like that happen all the time?
Yeah, usually for sure Fridays and Saturdays we try to have something like that.
Yeah, and you have someone coming today too, right?
Yeah, today we have a
Happy Stomach Barbecue.
Happy Stomach Barbecue.
Nice.
It's like a Hawaiian barbecue.
Nice. Do they do Kahlua pork or do you?
Yeah, they do Kahlua, pulled pork, and
nice.
Gourmet nachos, more stuff like that.
Yeah, my grandma was actually from Hawaii, so she I know all about all that sort of stuff. So It's so good, so good. But yeah, and then you guys even do stand up. I saw you guys had a stand up guy here once, right? Or
on Thursdays, I think they do that.
Okay.
Now they come in a couple hours at 6:00.
Okay, nice.
8.
That's awesome. And music too? Do you guys have music here too?
Yeah, we usually try to have music
every weekend.
Every weekend.
Nice. All different styles, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
that's awesome.
We go
a lot of classic rock. Some country.
There you go. Love classic rock, love country too. So can't go wrong with it.
Actually had a really good couple of '80s bands that
some alternative.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit of everything. So
nice. That's cool.
We had a metal night. We had some dudes that were touring from Washington.
Yeah.
And they came in, and it was just it was cool. Everyone was really receptive to it, and just we blew up the alley.
Yeah, there you go. Can't go wrong with that. That's awesome. One thing I did want to get into, what gave you the idea for the brewery? Was it just the home brewing, or was it?
Well, I started home brewing, Then actually we got you know what? I was driving every day out to LA and everything. I'm like, you know what? much rather open a brewery. And because me and my partner, we talked about it.
Yeah.
And I said, well, if we get a chance, let's do it. So,
yeah, and that's awesome. I mean, being able to, if it's something you love and it's like a passion project, I mean, you get to, the American dream, you get to accomplish that dream. That's awesome.
Yeah, drink for free. American dream. Man.
Exactly. I mean, that is the dream. And if it's not, I don't know. I don't want to be a part of that life. So I wanted to ask, who's the golf fan? Because of the name of the brewery, 3 Iron Brewing, and the logo.
I golf, but you can't really call it that. I mean, I'm a hacker. That's where Hackers Honeydew got its
there
name.
You go.
But it came about the first time we went from like the Mr. Beer stuff.
Yeah.
We went to a little beer. We have a 15-gallon kettle that my partner had. And
okay.
We did an extract brew in there.
Nice.
Irish Red, but we didn't thought about everything except when we pour it in, you got to mix it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't burn on the bottom. And we didn't have anything that would reach, so we had a 3 iron in the garage, brand new. It's never been used. So
yeah.
Sanitized it. And
so you had to use that.
That was our original stir paddle, and
that's all. That's awesome though, because that's like it makes sense. But all the stuff in here, like anybody that wants to come down to check out 3 Iron, they got so much good stuff. Like they have an N64 hooked up in here. That's pretty awesome. There's like a bunch of was Bobby Jones, and then we also got the Three Stooges over here. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, all the golf paraphernalia.
That's when we said if we ever open a brewery, it's got to be 3 Iron.
Oh yeah. That's awesome, though. I mean, it's just that story in itself is, so cool. But yeah, this beer that we're drinking, this is the Eagle?
Eagle IPA, yeah.
Eagle IPA is so good. And it's 6.7?
Yes.
Nice.
I'd call it damn near bulletproof.
You really can't get enough of that. That's some good stuff. How long? You said you've been working here for 4 years. How long have you? How long have you been in the craft brew or craft beers?
Oh, I mean, I'm only 29, so I think as soon as I turned like 22, I started going out and trying.
There you go.
Trying to see what was out there, and
yeah,
I've lived in Colton for the last 10 years, and this was really the place that sold me on craft beer and what craft beer could be.
Yeah,
because I haven't really been to too many breweries, but I just really wasn't as impressed.
Yeah,
the consistency was here, and I don't know. The older I'm getting, the more understanding I am of craft beer.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you guys get to come here every day, have a good time. And was it Brian was here earlier? Who's the norm of of the brewery? Because I'm a huge Cheers fan, so I love Cheers. So that's really cool. I mean, you get those guys that that have been here from the beginning, and they said they both you both worked for him before.
He used to work at Lab, so we actually did work with him, and I would say for him, but I would more with him because I did his job most of the time.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, he was the boss, right? So, he was putting you to work. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. But yeah, he was really nice. He was a really cool guy that we were able to talk a little bit. And he said he was from Yorba Linda, and he was so he said he wasn't really into craft beer before, but then he said he had your beer, your home brew, and it was just changed his life.
Yep.
But that's really cool. And he was also telling me that you're a barbecue. You love to barbecue.
Oh yeah. I do that. It's like another little thing on the side.
There you go.
I like doing all kinds of smoked stuff.
Nice. What's your specialty, or do you have?
Oh, the chicken breast.
Yeah.
Oh, my chicken. Yeah. I'm doing that Sunday. So
nice.
It's like I do the chicken thighs. I make my own rub and everything and smoke it.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
yeah. I love doing that stuff too, but I cheat. I use they always call it cheat. Oh, my brother calls it cheating. It's the pellet grill.
Oh, that's what I'm using too.
Yeah.
It's way easier
because
I don't have the time.
Yeah,
if
you
I
don't
had
have
the time, I would go back to the.
Yeah, go back out there and having to wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna go out there when it's freezing.
Yep.
Hell no.
Well, I mean, why would you do that when we have the technology?
Yeah.
Set it
we
and
can
forget
do it
it.
better.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, the prep is the whole work anyway.
Yeah. And speaking of which, because I mean, I know you're a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, right?
Yeah. It wasn't a good year, but
hey, we all have down years.
Yep, better than the Raiders.
Oh, you a Raider fan, Cole?
I'm a Bills fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a Bills fan. Well, That kind of stung too last week
week,
for him.
Yeah.
I was around. Last week was a
and
rough
the Cowboys.
Again with the
sorry.
Bengals.
Sorry,
Do it
Dave.
again. Yeah, sorry, Dave.
Yeah.
The other owner, yeah, he's a Cowboys fan, so
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
You know.
And he's always so Dave's the other owner too, right? Okay. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Dave De La Torre. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. And you guys have something special planned for tomorrow for the games?
We're doing some carnitas and
nice.
smoking some chicken and stuff, and
Going to
be
open from 12 to 7.
Yeah.
Usually we're only open 1 to 5 on Sundays, but
yeah.
Okay.
I'll be here before then, even so.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to come in, we'll have the games on.
There you go. Yeah. No, because I have a buddy that lives out in Upland, so now I might come down here a lot more often.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you do play? Do you used to play golf, or sometimes, or?
Yeah, I still hack it around sometimes.
Yeah.
But
I'm terrible.
I mean,
I play, but I'm terrible.
yeah,
I'm better on a putt course than I am on the greens.
I still think I
I
can
love
break
me,
100, but probably not.
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah. Hey, and honestly, when you're on the golf course, you might smack, well, my brother would always say he might smack 10, 12 beers.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get to the car, it's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be driving home.
it's kind of wild how golf has really taken America over.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just in the last couple of years, it's incredible how much you see of it now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, even like my cousin that lives out near Phoenix, they have that like the Waste Management Open, and it's like crazy, like, and everybody's like throwing cans on the green and all that sort of stuff. And it's cool that like it almost reminds me like Happy Gilmore.
It kind of does.
Yeah. And I just feel like beer and golf just go together.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You're out there having a good time. It's just
Yeah.
like any other
Yeah.
good time. And what are you going to do? Have
And
a beer.
especially if you're terrible, like you're depressed because you're playing
Well, that's
so
why
bad.
it's always best to play best ball.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I love. Yeah, if I was gonna play, I'd rather play best ball because I'm not driving it anywhere. I'm gonna think I hit it hard, and then it's gonna go off, 20 feet maybe the other way. But do you have I want to ask you guys too. Like, is there a specific style of beer that you like to that you have a favorite or?
I like to brew different things.
Yeah.
So it's like every time I'm brewing, if you're brewing the same stuff, it's
Gets
the
stale.
same thing.
Yeah.
But I like that's why every week we try to have a different beer on tap.
That's awesome.
We try to keep that going every week. So every week I can brew something different, another experiment, or we call it like a mulligan, whatever. But that's what I try to do. That's what's exciting to me. Use different hops, different recipe, whatever.
Yeah.
You make it different and see how it comes out. Then you look forward to seeing what you're gonna get in the end.
That's really cool. And is there like specific like hops that you you use different hops for different beers, but are there some that you use more frequently or like Simcoe?
Well, we use a lot of like Amarillo, Simcoe.
Okay.
Cascade.
I use Cascade. That's a classic original West Coast.
I want to say we use more earthy hops than like the marijuana kind of hops.
But I want to use more of all of them, because there's different ones. All the time coming in different strains of yeast.
Yeah.
Well, when I first started, I didn't even know that. I went to the beer store over there and like, hey, you gave me this thing, and I was getting the same yeast every time because the first beer I started making was like the American wheat ale.
Yeah.
And I used the same yeast every time and trying to make a different beer, and like,
I wasn't doing it. Yeah.
What the hell? There's different yeast.
Yeah.
And it makes totally different flavors. So the yeast can be 50 to 70% of your flavor profile.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, it's crazy to do. Do you ever are there any like specific ones you like to throw in there? Because I know you have like the pomegranate on there. You have the orange one over there.
Blueberry.
We do a blueberry. We're gonna have that coming up for our anniversary, probably. Blueberry coconut.
Okay. And this will be the 8-year anniversary?
Yes,
it'll be the 8-year. Yes.
Nice. And when is that?
It's coming in
April the
1st. April Fool's
Day.
April
Fool's Day.
And it's no joke.
Yeah. And it ain't no joke. And then, so anybody listening, if you're in the Redlands area, Rancho area, or Upland, or anywhere around Colton, come on down for their 8-year anniversary, April 1st. And like Rick said, it ain't no joke. But I do want to jump into that next. Which one did we do next?
The pineapple orange wedge, which is a wheat ale.
Thank you.
And it's gluten reduced. You can't say gluten free because they don't really test that, but it is. It's so anybody
with the gluten now. Oh, that's good to know because there's some out
actually
there.
the honey wheat, the orange wedge, and the pineapple orange are all gluten reduced.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, my brother, one of my other brothers, he has a gluten thing. So, he was any type of beer, he's always asking if whether it's gluten free or whatnot. But not me. As long as it tastes good, I'm drinking it.
Yep. Deal with the after effects later.
Mm-hmm. Oh, oh, damn. I'm going to go back in for another one on that one.
Yeah, when we first did that one, people call it like the cactus cooler of beer because it's got that.
That's freaking delicious.
It's got a good punch. Good, you know.
Yeah, that's really good. And what's the percentage on that one?
It's 5.3.
5.3, yeah. And these are like you feel like you can. These would be good on the golf course, especially on a hot day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Suck down like 20 of these probably. Then I'd wake up on the 17th green or something, not finish my round.
I think when I started coming here to drink, that was my religious choice.
Yeah.
It was all pineapple.
So is that what happened? Like you started coming here just to have a few beers and then got on the payroll?
I always lived around the corner and
okay.
I had seen a beer sign like 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
And on the third day, I said, I need to follow this sign.
There you go. There are signs everywhere.
And it just came in and little hole in the wall brewery and didn't know my ass from my elbow. So
there you go.
Came in, started talking to the owners, and it was so close to my house. I mean, I was stopping in here every night, right before they closed, just to slam down a beer real quick. And
there
then
you go.
Home.
That's all she wrote.
And
when he started working, it all started with concerts in the park.
Concert in
Colton.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
Yep, we were short-handed. We were like,
you want to jump behind
the
bar?
Call. No. See if he'll help us out.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, for sure. I thought I was late.
Yeah. That's really, really cool.
And then I was kind of looking for a second job, and I actually was asking Brian, the clinical guy.
Yeah.
And he said, why don't you work at the brewery? You're already there all the time.
Yeah.
Sure enough, they picked me up.
That's awesome. And it's been 4 years now. Time just flies by.
Oh, it does. And it's been fun, and it gets more fun by the year. Trying to do more around the place, under the covers.
Yeah, of course, man. That's really cool. I mean, it just seems like you seem like a tight knit family here.
Oh, we are. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the kind of those are the breweries you want to get out there and support and go and try their product and all that sort of stuff, because I feel like that's where some of the best stuff comes from. Like just like homegrown family style business. And then even when the whole COVID thing happened, like that was me and Cole were talking about that earlier. Just you guys were able to survive it and do all that stuff and keep things going.
Yep, with the cans.
Yep, with the cans, and the support of our regulars and our club
local,
members.
Yeah, the local community. That's what's.
Yeah, and that's what's the best part, like about small business. It just you're able to, when you have like your regulars, like what Brian was saying, he's the norm. The norm of the brewery. So. That's really, really cool. And like this place you guys have here, like you guys have built is awesome. Really, really like it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, just the decor, the beers, obviously everything's really great. So, you could just keep up the damn good work.
We try.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. So do you guys I know you guys have the Hawaiian barbecue today. What do you said the carnitas tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow will be carnitas, and I'm smoking some chicken. So
there you go.
It's just going to be a complimentary thing, like you want some, get it.
Nice. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, we're going to be, I think tomorrow I'm going to be I'll be barbecuing. I'm going to do some Juicy Lucy's.
Yeah.
So doing some of those, and I think we might smoke some ribs too.
All
so
right.
That should be pretty good. But who do you guys, you're both sports fans. Who do you guys got in going to the Super Bowl?
Oh, I think the Bengals are going to be there.
Yeah.
They look really good.
Eagles and Niners, that's a toss-up. So
yeah.
I got to agree with the Bengals. Yeah. They took out my Bills.
I don't like either one of them, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done watching. I'm just here to work now.
Yeah.
TV's off.
Yeah.
Season's over as far as I'm concerned.
Wait, I'm the same. I'm a Packer fan, and we had a rough year too. So.
Just want to see good games. That's all.
Yeah. Some good games, good commercials, good food, good beer. What more do you need? So that'll be fun. So, and you guys open up what time tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll be open at noon, Okay. I'll be here before then, so everybody come. I mean, I'm going to get here at 9. And we're going to start setting everything up. So.
Okay, there you go. I mean,
yeah, we're gonna mill, and I'll probably come in and clean the kegs if there's any kegs that need to be cleaned.
Yeah, and one thing I always do ask everybody, because this is actually my first time ever in Colton. Where's the best burger in Colton?
P&G.
P&G?
P&G is one that they say,
Is it like a thick burger?
It's pretty
like smash burger. What do they got?
It's kind of like if anyone's from the Fontana area, you know the SS Burger Basket. How it's just kind of like that diner style hamburger.
Yeah.
Not real flashy, but it's always consistent. That's kind of what the P&G is here in Colton, where it's just like diner style. It's not an overstuffed burger. It's not like an In-N-Out burger though, where it's tiny. I mean, you get a decent size, but it's consistent, and everything on that menu is really good.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd say for a good steak, the only steakhouse in Colton is Pinnacle Peak.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could, I think they do burgers there too.
I think
like
they,
one
I
hamburger
think they
on the
do
menu.
Now they might now.
Oh yeah, I always anytime I go anywhere new, I'm always like, right, where do I need to go to get a hamburger? But you guys, I thought I saw not that long ago, you guys had like a burger, somebody that did burgers over here, right?
Georgie's.
Yeah, George, and there we have a burger coming in. I don't know when, but it's going to be coming. Another burger guy.
Yeah.
It's going to be does smash burgers.
Yeah.
And check the calendar.
Yeah. I was like, and I was wondering too, like, because I mean, I obviously like you know more about it than I do, because I've never owned a brewery, but like, what does it take to keep the brewery, like, or to even start a brewery, or to keep it going?
Starting it's harder.
Yeah.
Keeping it going is, I mean, you gotta keeping it going is tough too. I mean, it's you gotta put your. That's why I said when we started this, I said I can't keep the job I had. You gotta go full time into it.
Exactly.
Or you're not gonna make it.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to be 100%.
I know. Yeah, because I come from a background of a grocery store.
Okay.
My dad and my grandpa, they owned grocery stores.
Yeah.
And I know what it takes. You got to be full time there all the time.
Yeah.
So, and then Dave my partner he owned a pizza place, and he has Mexican food restaurants that he was working. So that's why we came together. So we knew what it was going to take. We knew it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
And it's still not.
Yeah. That's when it's small business, it's tough to like to get your feet off the ground, but once you get going, I mean, and obviously like with all the different beers that you guys have, everything's been so good that I've had, and it's like just being able to, like, that's bringing more people in, I'm sure, or at least keeping the people coming, because you're doing something different, each week or two,
I mean, we got to keep it interesting for the customers.
Of
course. It's not like it was 5 years ago where you just had to be a brewery. I mean, that's why we try to make sure we always have entertainment. We always have food.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it takes right now to keep it going.
Yeah.
You got to keep people interested.
Oh, of course. I
think a lot of people love how laid back, casual. You know, I appreciate the compliments on the place, but it definitely is down to bare bones. I mean, you come in and you're here because we do high quality beer.
Yeah, you're doing things the right way. You're doing it right.
And when you come in, it's the garage. You know, what do you do in the garage? You just have a good time.
Yeah.
High quality beer, and it's like you're in your backyard. You just come, and there's no, you don't have to worry about how you're dressed or anything. You just come in and hang out.
It's I would say, like Brian was saying, it's like cheers. Like, you come in, you hang out with your buds, you enjoy some damn good beer, and but for me, like I said, the golf stuff, like I love seeing that, like all the decor, because it reminds you of, like, it's like your hometown, like your hometown beer, or like your hometown brewery or hometown bar.
It is. We're the only brewery in Colton.
Yeah. That's in itself is just that's a huge accomplishment. I mean, so kudos to you guys for coming up on your 8 years, being able to last through COVID and all that.
Plus, it sounds good. We're the only brewery in Colton. Way better than we're the only brewery in Grand Terrace.
That's awesome.
Colton was really good to us.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
They were a lot easier to work with than all the other cities we were looking at. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And did you grow up in this area or?
My family is all from here. My grandpa, my dad, they lived over in South Colton for a long time, and now I'm in Highland. And, so.
Nice. And how far is that from here?
Like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So you're real close. That's awesome. I mean, when you hear this kind of story of what you're going through, even just like the story of you talking about the 3-iron, using it as a paddle.
Yep.
Like how awesome is that? Because I mean, and that's where you get the the name from and all of that sort of stuff. That's really awesome. Yeah. But it just seems like you guys are doing I was gonna say like a bang up job, but I mean you guys are killing it over here. It feels like, especially with all these beers. Like everything I've had so far, like I said, it might sound like a broken record, but it's true. Everything I've had so far has been so good, and even like they have because you guys can everything too.
Yeah.
I saw that over there. So I might have to snag a 4-pack of those sour apple ones to try too.
Oh, no problem. Man.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
They Rick and Dave have probably made like 4 or 5 tarts over the last
sour.
And every time they do it, I mean, that's what got me turned on the 4-year anniversary. Yeah. Before I started working here.
Okay.
So and they had that key lime tart.
Oh dang!
And I smashed like 9 of them.
There you go.
They had to cut me off.
Oh, we call them tart because we don't really like it sour. Like it's like
suck your lip in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You look like
power
was
sour.
It like the Warheads?
Yeah, the Warheads. Yeah,
Warheads
lemon
like it where you still got a little bit of beer taste to it.
Oh yeah. And and what when you're making a sour, what is what goes into that? Because obviously you're using the hops and stuff like that. But is there specific things like for the sour apples? Like what do you?
Yeah, we do more of like kettle sours. Because we don't want to, get once you get your whole main system.
Yeah.
With some sour bacteria.
Yeah, it's kind of like
everything's going to be sour.
Oh, for sure. Then you got to deep clean all that.
So we do just kettle sours.
Yeah. You'll be sticking in the 3-iron trying to clean it out there too.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's because I've always wondered about that because obviously there's different styles, hazies, doubles, all that sort of stuff. So I've always wondered what goes into each one when it comes to your brewing. Like, do you guys have like hazies and stuff too?
Yeah. In fact, we're coming out with a hazy tangerine IPA.
That sounds delicious.
Coming up in a couple 2-3 weeks.
Is it going to be a double, single, or
double? It's going to be might be a single. I think it's going to be a single. Yeah, it's going to be around 6.7, 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's kind of perfect. Yeah, I love even some triples. I feel like it depends on if you do a triple right. Like they're not overly boozy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some boozy in there, but you don't want it to be have 3 of them and then you're on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, we're good at that. We have our triple IPA slobber knocker that we put out once a year, usually in the late winter. Yeah.
When's that? When does that normally come out?
It's usually towards the end of this year.
October, November.
Yeah.
We'll whip it out.
And did you say whip it out?
We use bourbon soaked oak chips and.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's got a nice bourbon oak taste to it.
That sounds delicious. And
10%, it's pretty good.
It'll get you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only need a couple of half pints.
Campfire beer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'll keep you warm in the winter.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure because I know it probably gets cold out here. I mean, it gets cold everywhere. But at least this winter, it feels like it's been real cold. So that kind of beer would set you right up. Yep. You don't have to worry about that. And you guys, what's the 9%er you guys got over there? Is that the Albatross?
It's the Albatross,
yeah.
Albatross double IPA.
Definitely gonna have to try one before we finish the show.
That's a golf term. So
yeah.
The Albatross.
Oh yeah.
See, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
What is that? Hole in one on a par 3?
It's the same thing as a double eagle.
Yeah.
But they call it an Albatross. So
I was pretty good at Mario Golf.
Yeah.
But when it came to the other stuff, I can putt, but that's about it. You had a decent short game.
Hey man, we can get on that Nintendo later. Do some Mario Tennis. That's
you can't go wrong Mario Tennis,
dude. That's where the real shit talk started.
Exactly. No man, you guys are it just even as soon as I came in, it just felt like just a family environment, just something where you can come in, slam some beers, have a good time, joke around, mess with each other,
Yeah, that's what we like. We like people feeling they can come in any time.
Yeah.
But we're always here Wednesday through Sunday. You know, want to take care of everybody. And if we're here working, you come in. I am not encouraging you to come in while I'm working, but I will serve you. You know, if I'm cleaning kegs, it's just kind of you're not going to get exemplary service. You're going to get angry Cole cleaning kegs, and I'll pour you a beer because you're here.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, job's a job, huh?
No, it's a passion project.
Yeah,
it's not a job.
Awesome.
This is definitely where we come to love and, you know, make love.
There you go. Make love to the beers, to the kegs, all that good stuff. It's like if you're making love to that keg, though, that's a little hole to get into. I'm just joshing you. But yeah, and honestly,
it's all good. No, this is a definitely family environment. You know, dogs, kids, shows. We always do shows. We always do games. Try to make it casual for everybody.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, like I said, it's just being able to hang out with the boys. You know, have a few beers, do that sort of thing, and that's like one of the reasons me and my brother had started this, just to sit down, have a few craft beers, and you know, talk a little sports, talk a little barbecue or whatever.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, you get to. It's just a good time.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I really appreciate, like I said, I really appreciate you guys having me over, being able to do something like this, and you know, promote.
Appreciate you guys, you know, wanting to come in and
yeah. And I'm so glad I did.
Thank you to Lynn for finding you and pointing you in our direction.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and they just, you know, being able to do something like this is always awesome. Cheers! I'm gonna finish off this. Which the
pineapple wedge. Oh, you don't want to try the coffee stout?
Well, I'm gonna jump into that one.
So we entered this into a competition in Colorado.
Oh, nice.
I think
Great American Beer Festival.
Yeah, third place.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Got the bronze.
That's really cool. And do you guys do that often? Like
we only did it one time.
Okay. Well, I mean, but honestly, just the ones I've had, I bet you could put a bunch of those in there and be killing it.
It's kind of like pick your poison. Either be well known or just be good.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because Colorado. So, did you guys have to go out there for it, or
Dave did? Dave and
okay.
Yeah, a couple people they went out there.
Yeah,
I didn't go. I don't like airplanes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It was a long drive.
I don't like freezing to death.
Oh, there you go. It does get cold out there. I have some family that lives out.
There's a lot of breweries there, though.
Oh, a ton. Yeah. Like one of my favorite ones that being out there was Red Leg. It was a really cool little spot. They were so tiny when I first went to visit a couple years ago, because I have some family that lives out there.
Oh, thank you.
And they were a tiny little hole in the wall. Then I went again, and it's like a whole huge like compound now. And it's like the craft beer community just keeps going and going and going. But cheers! I want to try this one, and this one is the
Golden Coffee Stout.
Golden Coffee Stout. Here we go.
6.3.
6.3? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that smells so good. You definitely get the coffee, the coffee notes.
That's all right. Okay, 6.4. Man.
Oh.
Goodness.
Yeah. You got the corrector over here.
Well, don't want to do false advertising.
Oh, no, it's all good.
Within a 0.%, it's good.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just joshing.
Too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
No, yeah, this has been a friggin' blast. Just, like I said, I've said it again. We'll keep saying it. Thank you guys for having me. And this beer is a big fat 10 for this one.
Yeah, just clean coffee flavor.
Yeah,
but it still tastes like beer.
Yeah, and it's not overly heavy or anything like that.
No,
that's what I was telling Cole earlier. Because there's sometimes where you'll have a porter or stout, and they're just like, you drink like 2 or 3, and you're like, ugh, you feel kind of sluggish after. But this is, light, refreshing. It's really, really good. Do you guys have anything else coming up soon, or?
As far as the beers.
The beers, or like any events coming up other than like the stuff you have like for this weekend for.
Trying to get something together for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna do the one-time mugs.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
We're trying to get some bands in here. Definitely going to do something special with the food vendor.
Okay.
We'll have something for St. Patrick's. Definitely will.
April the 1st. 8-year anniversary.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure that's gonna be a fun day.
We'll probably be open early that day too.
I better see a picture of your Instagram of one of you guys on the floor after having too many after the 8-year.
They almost got a picture of me at the 4-year. That would have been awesome.
Did they?
Well, yeah. Well, after they cut me off,
there you
I
go.
was cool. I was cool about it. I said, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, oh, you guys are right. I'm done.
Yeah.
I walked across the street. Ironically, it's an AA meeting house across the street.
Oh,
I passed
shit.
out in their grass. So I was face down in their grass for like 2 hours. Oh, it was the best nap of my life.
There you go.
Rick came over, or was it your brother,
My
Robert?
brother,
yeah.
Robert came over. He's like, hey, Cole. I just felt my pockets real quick. Said, okay, cool. Got everything.
He's like, phone's there, keys there, we're good.
I came back over here because it was only like, 7 in the afternoon. It wasn't even sundown yet.
Oh, shit.
And I had a hot dog and some fries, and they let me back in.
There you go.
And I partied until we closed.
Closed her down, eh?
It was amazing.
That's awesome.
I think that's when they realized that I was the guy to call.
Yeah. Hey, you found an employee for life.
Yeah.
There
What's
you go.
funny? Speaking of the dude,
Yeah.
this guy right here, that's the
Yeah.
guy that got
Gave
me
him the
started
Mr. Beer
in the
kit.
brewing. That's the
Oh, yeah.
one that gave me the Mr. Beer kit. He
Oh,
just
shit.
came in right now.
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Well, that's really cool. Yeah. Like, what's your name?
Jared.
Jared. Okay. Nice to meet you, Jared. Like, yeah, like that, and how cool is that? Like, yeah, the guy that gave you the thing
Yeah.
is, still coming
Yeah.
over here, and
Yeah,
8 years later,
exactly, yeah.
almost 8 years later.
Well, it'd be disappointing if Rick made a shitty beer and then he never came back.
Yeah.
So he did it right.
Yeah. But I did want to run down just like I took a picture of the tap list that they have over here, just so anybody, when you come down there, it may change, but I mean, just so many different
Oh,
beers
no,
that they
number
have.
1, Ball Striking
Yeah.
Blonde all day.
Yeah.
Packers Honeyweed on number 2.
Yep.
Got the Orange Wedge on 3, better than Hanger 24. Pineapple Orange Wedge, you could edit that out.
It's all good.
Short Iron Pale Ale previously replaced the Par 4 Pale Ale.
you
Eagle
go.
IPA at 6.4%, right? 6.7.
6.4.
Yeah.
It is 6.4. Albatross Double IPA at 9%. Then you
Nice.
have the Overhooked Red Ale.
Yep.
This is part of the training. You have to know the list.
I'll say you're on fire
All right,
right
then
now.
you have the Backswing Brown, which previously replaced the Double Nut Brown at 6.7%.
Okay.
And then you have the Golden Coffee Stout. And everything on the whiteboards are mulligans, so starting at the Dark Chocolate Porter. And you know what? Our porters are always kind of changing, but this one's doing really well, so we're going to kind of keep it around.
Oh, it's delicious.
12 is the Pomegranate Honeyweed. 13 is the, hold on, don't tell me, Mocha IPA. Ooh,
Bingo.
good release. 14 is the Sour Apple, and number 15 is the Bravo IPA, Bravo hops only. And we do a lot of those. We do the Simcoe, and we also do the Amarillo IPAs periodically, and those are all single hop IPAs.
Dude, you nailed everything on there. Because I had the picture pulled up here. I was like, he's running down the list.
Oh, and we have the root beer.
Yeah, the root beer too.
The last one.
No. So you guys make your own root beer too?
Yeah, we make root beer too.
Oh, I'm a huge root beer guy, so I might have to try a little bit.
You
root
do.
beer.
It's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah. Root beer. There's. Do you guys ever go down to San Diego way?
Oh yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah. There's in Old Town. There's a little place where they just sell beef jerky and root beer. And they have like butterscotch root beer, all these different ones, and I'm always going in there trying to find one because my sister-in-law, because it's usually me, my brother, and my sister-in-law. She's not American, I guess. She doesn't like root beer. But I'm just joking with her, But yeah, we love having root beer and all that sort of stuff. So anytime I can try a new root beer, it's always good. Oh, but I did want to ask you too, like, is there another, like, do you guys have a favorite brewery, like, obviously outside of your own?
Well, I know Dave's is probably Society out in
Yeah,
San
it is,
Diego
yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
I'd say mine
Yeah,
is probably a Grey Wolf at Norco.
Yeah.
Just because
Okay.
Chad, the brewer over there, is super cool, and he makes a really good sour.
Nice.
I kind of like Main Street in Corona.
Okay.
Bob over there, because they have a lamppost pizza, so it's pizza. And
Oh,
brewery,
there you go.
and,
Perfect.
I mean, his beers are good. He's had some over at Ritual too, so he's their beers are always pretty good, pretty solid. I like his stuff.
Oh, is that the
Nice.
root beer, Lynn?
Oh, sweet.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh,
And we're back. There we go. I don't know what happened. Yeah, root beer review. That's. Oh yeah, that's really good. That's delicious. That's a big fat 10 too. Do you guys make anything that's not good? I'm just kidding. Everything is delicious. Everything's so good.
I'll let Cole answer that.
There you go.
Yeah. Jokes. We make not good jokes.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
No, like I said, thank you guys for having me. It's been a freaking blast. Come down here and Colton. It's off of Vernon and Cooley, Mount Vernon and Cooley.
Yeah.
Where
So
the
Via
10 and the
Lata.
215 meet.
Exactly.
We're on Via Lata, 898 Via Lata.
Awesome. But yeah, this place is great. So come on down when you have a chance. Thank you guys again for having me. And anything else you guys want to plug or
Real
anything
quick,
like that?
the beers that are going to be coming up.
Yeah.
I have a hazy tangerine IPA
Nice.
coming up. And a Simcoe, that's going to be a little limited one. We're going to make it small. It's a Simcoe IPA, but
Okay.
with a different base and everything, malt base. And then my nephew Michael that is brewing for me now.
Okay.
He came up with this.
The Spruce.
It's a spruce tip IPA. We're gonna call it like Revolution 1776. It's
I
like
love that.
Benjamin Franklin's original beer recipe.
That sounds
So,
amazing.
that's
I'm
where
a
that
huge
comes from.
history buff when it comes to United
Yeah,
States
so
history. I'm
so
totally
is
down
he.
for
So
that.
he's really into that. So
Yeah.
that was all his own recipe there.
Yeah,
that was his.
kept the troops from getting gangrene.
Yeah, there you go.
It did.
Yeah.
Or scurvy or something like
Yeah.
that. I
Whatever
remember
was
it
killing him
yeah.
back in 1776, besides, other people.
Yeah, they actually were. They were regulated to have a certain amount of beer.
I think it was like 2
Yeah.
gallons or something.
Yeah.
Dang.
They
It's
were
crazy.
just like,
Was it
get
part of their rations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm still doing it.
that's awesome.
Because it was also really high in vitamin C.
There you go.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
the whole. No, I mean, for real.
It was-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
yeah. I love that
It
stuff.
kept him, I mean, just buzzed enough to really want to go and, just sober enough to,
Yes.
keep going.
Yep. Well, like I said,
I mean,
thank-
if you
yeah.
could you drink 2 gallons of beer in a day?
Oh,
Potentially, yes. That's
You'll
only
be
8
on- I'd be on the
beers,
floor.
or wait, actually, that's like what? 16?
I'd probably be across the street on the grass too.
But it's a whole day combat.
I know, it's a whole day of combat.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine you just get up out of the trench, you just slam 3 beers and get
Yeah.
back down. I don't
Boom,
know.
right back in it.
They didn't have trenches in 1776.
Yeah.
They didn't understand.
Yeah, they just faced
They
it
just
off.
flat landed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just marched.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Well, like I said, thank you guys for having me.
Mike, thank you very much, man.
Yeah.
This was a good time.
All good. I mean,
Thank you,
it's
Mike.
really nice meeting you guys, and I definitely want to come over here and hang out. I'm going to tell my brother to come down here with me so we can, knock a few back. But, like I said, thank you again. Thank you guys again. I can't say how much I appreciate it.
You got it, man. We appreciate you too.
Yeah.
Well, 8 years. Hope everyone comes and enjoys this too.
Oh, yeah. April 1st. Don't forget.
Anniversary.
Yeah, oh, yeah.